To the Shawn Linton Talk Show. I'm your host, Dr. Linton. I'm here today for a very short video speaking about, protocol. We understand that we're living into a world, and if we understand the systems, we live in systems, order, and different organizational principles and legislation. Now, if you were born into a system or a institution like the royal family, you follow a protocol. The boss is the queen. Now, if you are a Catholic and you are a Roman Catholic and you were born into that sort and you follow that sort of institution, the Pope is the boss, so to speak, in that institution. If you are Anglican, then the Archbishop of Canterbury is the boss there. Well, we know that the Queen is the head of the church, but I don't think most people go to the Queen, but to the Archbishop. But if you're born into a sort of a Pentecostal religious movement, there is protocol, there is system, there's system within the police. Do you know that the police, if you are a member of the British police, you can't marry without you can't marry to somebody just as you want. It has to be you have to get permission from the chief constable. Worse if you're going to marry to somebody from a republic country. If you're also a member of the police, and if you're going to travel to a republic country, you are interviewed once before you leave and once when you come back, the second time when you come back into the country. If you're going to marry to somebody, that is these are the protocol. If you're a diplomat also, and you're going to marry to another diplomat, if you're a British diplomat and you're going to marry to a US diplomat, one of you have to give up your rank and status. So I say that to let you understand that we live every day in a system that is governed by rules and regulation and protocol. And if we understand the system within the system, that is what we do. People who who live far beneath the knowledge and understanding of the system and systems and the operations, these are the people who actually have a difficult time in succeeding and relating and the power to transcend. So what I would like to talk to you also about is the church protocol. If you are a member, like I'm Pentecostal, we have got even though I'm an administrator, that is just an office bishop. That doesn't mean that I'm like TD Jakes or the others. I'm an administrator, so I deal with paperwork, I deal with a whole lot of counseling and prayer and all sorts of dialogues and mentorship and counseling, and to deal with the sociological and spiritual and different aspect into biblical sense. And but you have somebody that is in charge of the institution that I'm not, but I work with them. But if I'm gonna get married, there is a protocol. You can't just go and date anybody. You can't just go and marry to somebody I can't marry to somebody who is not a Christian. I can't marry to somebody who does not believe and accept what I accept and believe in, because that is considered to be unequally yoked, the Bible said. So a lot of people don't know, and I do believe that the churches within the United Kingdom and across the globe should start to put out to the world for people to understand the protocol, just as how we understand in this country about the royal family, that nothing is announced before it's been announced by the Queen. That is the protocol. The Queen will talk to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will announce it to the nation. So anytime you hear BBC said that Buckingham Palace have got an announcement, they get ready to know is either it's a birth or marriage or death or something that is going on, or somebody's gonna step back. Well, we don't really have that in the British monarchy, thank God, at this moment. But when somebody that is a person from the church is going to get married, things is done very privately, and this is why sometimes people can misunderstand people from that background, because because you've got a reputation. People who are from a institution have got to protect the heritage. It's an heritage that you protect. So it's not that you don't necessarily do naughty things, or you're trying to be an hypocrite, or you're trying to be clever or anything, but because you're not just living for yourself. A lot of people just know about it for living for themselves. But when you understand that you're born into an institution and you've got the right to protect that institution, so then you try your endeavor best to protect it by your behavior, your choices, and your attitude in life. And that is how people like that is misunderstood, and said they're called hypocrites, they're called two-faced, they're called just different names. But when you have a cause to protect, and if you should look beyond just what you see, and think how we have gotten to be here in the United Kingdom. There are people that make choices that for us to be here today that ordinary people could not have made. So it is a way of life. It is a way of life. And even though it will not apply to everybody, what we can do, if you're going into a united umbrella, is to respect and to honor each person, because that's the only way to go forward in understanding. And also get the knowledge from people as much as you can. Ask them questions, try to inquire about them. Why do you do? How do you do? How is that possible? And understand, like for me, it is a second nature because I was born in it. So I know definitely that if I see somebody I've got to date privately, nobody would know. It's like CIA, MI5, MI5 agent, and people that is from the same society as myself, we operate like MI5 agents. So it's not that we are sneaky or big here, it's just that we have society or nature to protect. And that is the way that it runs. So we have to get permission when it is known. We get permission from the person who is in charge, from the head, from the pastor, from the bishop, to get married. Then it is announced that we are engaged, and then we get married, and everything. And children should be born in the church in marriage. So we have a protocol to the community. It's a community. It is an institution. And that is a protocol. And this is just part one of me explaining to the world how the society operates. So it's not that when we understand and ignorance is been eradicated, then there is no judgment, condemnation, or persecution. But because there is understanding, and we are able to transcend and make a united front, and understand that the church has got a place into the 21st century of education, of upfrontness in understanding, and give people the choice and the liberty. God bless you.